Hello there, YouTube. I am supposed to be a common elf guy, or as some of you would know as Jason. How you all doing? I just wanted to quickly take this time just to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we're looking forward to doing quite a lot of stuff in the new year. Hopefully, I've got quite a lot of projects that I would like to do. I will be seeing what I can and what I cannot do. As I said before, going to go into more religious-y type of stuff. We're going to go into more sciencey type of stuff. We are still doing politics, not nearly as much though. I will pick on Pacific videos that I feel are very bad. And we'll do some social commentary as well, as we so used to do, rather than just focusing on a political ideology. So there's quite a lot that I'm going to be doing next year, but this video mainly is to say to people, take this time, in this time of joy, in this time of supposed giving and family understanding, to be able to extend that olive branch, to be able to say to people and your family members that maybe you're on the best of terms with. Maybe you had an argument with your dad. Maybe you've had an argument with your mum or your sister or your brother. The thing is, use this time to be able to mend that. Use this time to be able to go over what you've already done and think, is it worth hating my family because of this? Now, there are circumstances where there is no amount of forgiving that you should ever give to those people, and that's a given. You shouldn't, in some circumstances. But circumstances in themselves, sometimes you need to think, can I forgive them? Because every time that anybody wants to say anything like this, it's always done on an individual level. I may be able to forgive somebody for doing something to me that you can't. That doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you have a different principle set to myself. And me to you. To me, to you, to me, to you. Cannibal! Sorry, well, never mind. Never mind. Completely utterly UK joke there. I'm not sure if people will ever get that. But never mind. That's the point that I was trying to get at. That this time of the year can be used for mending bridges, mending family structures, mending friends that have been mistreating you, or you haven't spoken to for a while, or you haven't seen that friend in a God knows how long. The point that I'm trying to make is use this time of the year to be able to realise that what's important to you. Is it buying that new car, going on that holiday, or is it the people that you take around in that car or that you want to go on holiday with? Because I bear in mind that because I've done both sets, I would actually say that the people are more important than what I'm doing. Because if I have somebody that is fun and somebody who I enjoy hanging out with, then I can sit at home playing on the computer games and I can probably have a better time than what I would do if I went out and got drunk. But that depends on the friendships and that you have. Sometimes people don't have that type of thing. That doesn't make it a good or a bad thing. It just means that you have to set your priorities up the way in which you want to be set. And this is a great time of the year for being able to refocus, recenterize. Find out what you want to do. Go for it. I was able to find out 2 years ago that I wanted to go off and I wanted to do counselling. And this was after I become disabled. And yes, I am still disabled. But I was able to do my first year's course. I got that done last year. I got superb grades for it. And I'm not tooting my own horn, I'm just saying I got great grades for it. Now, if I didn't recenter myself and decide what I wanted to do, which was to go off and help people, be able to talk things through with people, understand what their problems are, then I wouldn't have been able to decide what I wanted to go and do. I'm now going to be doing my level 3 this year from January, hopefully starting on January 12th. Which is one of the reasons why I'm trying to decide what I am and what I'm not going to do. And once I find out what my schedule is, I'll be able to sort that sort of stuff out. But if I wasn't able to do my first year, if I wasn't able to recenter myself, if I wasn't be able to incentivize myself as well on top of that, then I wouldn't be where I am now. Being able to do my level 3, and then once I've done that, I will be a qualified counsellor. I will be able to go off anywhere in the UK or the Commonwealth, and I'd be able to work as a counsellor, a therapist. Now, what I'm not sure I want to do after that is I'm not sure if I want to go straight into my level 4, which is a 2-year course, and then being able to actually own my own companies and do my own things and stuff like that, if I can get the money together, obviously. Or if I want to take a couple of years in the actual field and actually learn how to do things, work at how to do things and stuff like that. I'm personally leaning for more of getting experience and then understanding what I'm doing and then doing my level 4. But these are things that I'm trying to recenter, or I'm trying to recenter. Because if I don't take the time to actually think of it myself, who's going to do it for me? It's the same thing as when I keep on quitting YouTube and things like that, which is me being a dick most of the time, to be honest with you. But I get time to talk with my partner, I get time to talk with my friends, and I get time to talk with my friends on the internet as well. And then I can bounce the ideas off of them. That's where family members, friends, and people you know are so important. Because somebody on their own is nowhere near as good as when they are with somebody else. And the reason why I do say that is because whatever you are good at, you have flaws, you have failures. Now, that doesn't mean that they're big, that doesn't mean that they're going to hinder you for anything. But you have somebody there with you, they counteract generally your flaws, and you can progress together. That is the one great thing about the tribality or tribalicity of the human race, is that we do come together. And when we do come together, we can create such magical and unimaginable things. Now, if you go back and you look throughout history, could you imagine something on the TV screen? Because I wouldn't have been able to imagine something like that, being able to put a projector up there and watching TV screens and moving images of it. That wouldn't have been something that would have come through my ideas. The same things with computer games, so on and so forth. The things that we keep on inventing generally come through either competition or form collaboration. And that's what this point of the year is to make us realise that this Christmas time, holiday time, New Year time is all about coming together. Remembering that we are one and all that sort of leftist gibberish talk that everybody wants to talk about. But it does have a point in incidences like this, is that when we do come together and we do look past people's prejudice and we do look past people's ideologies and politics and so on and so forth, we are a great sense of people. That when we can come together and we can create consensus and we can create ideas that are for the ages, it's a case of we can almost do anything that we want. As a species, any other animal species on this earth, who else can say that they've been to the moon or to space or being able to send stuff to Mars or to the edge of the solar system? Now, for people that don't necessarily believe in that sort of stuff, fine, that's your choice and whatever on that one. What about being able to measure volcanoes, the eruptions of when they happen, and good ideas of how they're going to happen, and seismographs that are going to be able to link into when they're going to explode or when people think they're going to explode. Same things with earthquakes, how they happen and how our understandings of that is changing and evolving. How weather is now being changed and evolved, so our understanding of being able to get into the intricacies of how a hurricane is formed and how it moves across and how the storm shape can change and how everything can muster and move. That's not done from individuals, that's done from collaboration. That's done from collecting data and having multiple people analyze that data. What I'm trying to say in a roundabout way, rather than rambling and ranting and just as I would normally do, is that with family and friends, the human race can do amazing things. And the more that we trust and thrust ourselves into politics, the more that we divide ourselves, because naturally humans are tribalistic. So if I say I'm a conservative, naturally people that are Labour and Lib Dems won't want to converse with me on political ideas, and eventually that transmutes into just not conversing at all. Where we need to get past that sort of ideology now. And it's not just in politics, it's also in religion, and then it's also in other aspects of tribalistic sections and headers and stuff like that we can fall under. We need to get rid of that. And this time of the year is an amazing way of being able to realise and give that person that you thought had no chance of being able to redeem themselves or had any qualities that were worth talking about or talking to, giving them a chance of being able to find out how they are human and why they think the way that they do, rather than just screaming and shouting because they are something. Because we talk about racism and forced racism a lot on this channel. But one thing we don't talk about is tribalism. And being able to say that because somebody's a leftist or a socialist, we think they're dumb, we think they're stupid, we don't understand the way that they think. And because we don't understand the way that they think, we form a hatred, if you will, against them, or a dislike or a displeasure towards them, and vice versa on the other sides and throughout the spectrum. Is that in itself not a form of prejudice? Is that in itself not a form of bigotry that we are trying to fight against, to be able to say that everybody's created equal, but I don't like this person's ideas because they're a socialist, or they're a conservative, or they're capitalist, or they're communist? Now, don't get me wrong, there are bad ideas on all fronts, but nobody comes to the forefront of ideas, generally, on trying to make the world a worse place. They're normally coming to the forefront to try to make a world a better place. And the reason why I'm kind of rambling in this sort of direction is because we talk about racism, as I said before, but yet we don't talk about the bigotry that we impose onto people from political ideas, from social backgrounds, from cultural backgrounds. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of people don't do that, but some do. Some do. And the thing is, I think that it's a growing trend, especially within politics. And I've been saying this for a long time. I think religion has now changed into politics. And I think people that were sports fanatics are now going into politics because they can see the same form of tribalism, the identity politics, the disabled that doesn't want to be cured from being disabled because it's their identity. The black person that doesn't necessarily want anybody to care about its colour anymore or their colour anymore because they want to be a person of colour, their identity. Same as somebody who's trans doesn't necessarily always wants to be remembered because of them being trans. But a lot of people do, and that is their identity. And I think a lot of people are forming banners of identity politics and forming it into more and more layered bands. And with each and every one of those bands and banners is forming tribes. And with those tribes, we're separating. We're forming us and them rather than being us and just having different ideas. Now, yes, I know it's a rambling video, but these are all ideas that keep on popping up into my head. These ideas that I would really like to talk to somebody about. And if anybody wanted to talk to me about it, either leave me a message in the comment section down below or hit me up on Twitter, which should also be in the comment section down below or the description box. So please let me know what's going on. Also link to the Discord in there as well. So if you want to join the Discord, please do. These are the things that I think about quite a lot. And these are the reasons why I like to point out this time of year that this is a time of year for coming together, forgetting politics, forgetting political ideas, even forgetting some form of socialistic ideas in general. Just come together, see what people can offer. Now, I'm not trying to say that you should go off and be with racists and whatnot in general, but I am saying give people that you would call racist the idea to explain themselves. If you don't like the explanation, then fine. You get rid of them, don't you? But use this time to be able to find out what people are ticking, why they tick, why they think the way that they do. Use this time for Christmas, for the holidays, as a time for coming together. Don't pull us apart. Don't pull us apart. Remind ourselves that we are human. We are part of the human race. And regardless of skin colour, regardless of ideology, we are the same. We just think differently. And with thinking differently and feeling differently, we need to accept that people are different. So with that being said, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, God bless you, every single one. Bye-bye from now.